So this NBA offseason continues to get crazier and crazier as Carmelo Anthony has just been traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I cannot believe this has happened. What an NBA offseason we have had. I am so happy right now. I'm very happy for the Knicks sort of getting to hit the restart button, and I love Melo that he's going to be contending for a championship this year. What an awesome offseason. I'm going to reiterate it once again. I also thought hopefully I'm going to remember to put this tweet up on the screen. A little bit of a funny thing. Reading a tweet, Oklahoma City turned Enes Kanter, Victor Oladipo, Domantas Sabonis, Doug McDermott, and a second-round pick into Paul George and Carmelo Anthony this summer. So, absolutely insane. The Thunder just, oh my God, man. They did, after losing Kevin Durant, I definitely think this was as good as it's going to get. This is definitely the best thing possible for them. This is just absolutely awesome for them. So, in case it doesn't work, in case Russell Westbrook decides to leave, Paul George decides to leave, and Carmelo Anthony decide to leave, they can totally hit the restart button because they obviously have they're still long-term committed to Steven Adams, but he only is 24. So, they're going to have cap space. What an awesome trade for them. Let me just reiterate that one more time. But going to be doing the Carmelo Anthony Thunder rebuild today. Obviously, probably going to do the new look Knicks rebuild at some point. Obviously, if you don't know, I've been trying to go in order of worst to best record in my rebuilds, but obviously Melo has been traded to the Thunder, so I thought I'd hop on this real quick. Get this rebuild done right away. So, looking at this rotation right now, I'm probably going to leave it for the first season. The team is already very, very good. Hopefully we're the second team in the Western Conference. Of course, probably the Warriors are still going to be first, but Westbrook, Roberson, George, Anthony, and Steven Adams. Off the bench, Patrick Patterson, Raymond Felton, Alex Abrinas, Jeremy Grant. So, right now, I don't really think there's any trades I want to make. Would Westbrook be willing to sign a contract extension right now? Actually, he has a player option. He can't sign an extension right now, but I believe, is it right here? Yeah, contract extensions. So, George and Melo are both undecided. I'm probably going to go ahead and sign George to an extension if I can. And then hopefully Melo will maybe take a mid-level exception or a cheaper contract at the end of the season. So right now, I'm going to leave this team the way it is for season number 1. Hopefully we can be the top 2 seed in the Western Conference, and I'll see you guys at the end of season number 1. Russell Westbrook is your MVP here at the end of season number 1. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 1.5 steals, and half a block. Absolute monster. Lonzo Ball, Rookie of the Year, Jeremy Lin, Sixth Man of the Year. These awards are actually CJ McCollum Most Improved. I've only seen that once. These awards are typically almost always the same thing, though. We did go 59-23 on the year. Russell Westbrook does make the All-NBA first team. Oh my God, we had first in the Western Conference. I was looking, and when we were simulating, literally from the last week, we were third. I'm not quite sure how we ended up with first, but I guess we had the tiebreaker with the Rockets. Okay, whatever, works for me. Player stats in the year: Paul George with more points than Russell Westbrook. Okay, then Melo, then Steven Adams, Abrinas. I did try to sign both Paul George and Carmelo Anthony to contract extensions in the offseason. Neither of them wanted to accept it. They're both testing free agency. Hopefully we can get them both back this offseason, though. So in the first round, we are taking on the 8-seeded Minnesota Timberwolves. Hopefully we should be able to sweep them relatively easily. Obviously, they do have Karl Anthony Towns and Jimmy Butler, but we do win in 6, no big deal. Taking on now the best front court in the NBA and DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis, but we are going to go ahead and beat them in... Okay, nope. Okay, we're not blowing a 3-0 lead, but it's sure looking close, but we're blowing them out of the water. Here in Oklahoma City in Game 7, taking on the Golden State Warriors here in the Western Conference Finals. We do win Game 1, win Game 2, lose Game 3, up 3-1 in the series, and in Carmelo Anthony's first year here in Oklahoma City, we are in the NBA Finals to take on the... why am I having a blank? The Toronto Raptors. Jesus Christ, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic, of course I'm going the wrong way. DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, Jonas Valanciunas, Serge Ibaka, very good team. Haven't made any changes. We have Carmelo Anthony now. We are definitely better than them. Are we going to get Melo a championship in his first year in Oklahoma City? Game 7 to determine this right now in Oklahoma City. I will hop in if I have to. Come on, let's not lose. Come on, please. Okay, so it's really tight right now. Really tight. And come on. Okay, we're knotted here at 102. Oh boy, now we're down. Come on. 59 seconds left. All right, they won. God, that sucks. DeMar DeRozan wins the Finals MVP. I could have hopped in with around a minute left and it was tied, but I don't want to cheat. So we are going to be going on to 2 more years anyways, probably, because maybe 1 more year, depending how we do. Right here, Billy Donovan, good enough ratings for me to keep him for at least one more year. So up to the draft right now, we obviously... Do we have our first round pick this year? We do not. We have 2 second-round picks. I'm more than willing to trade that to the... Let's trade to the Clippers for 2 future second-round picks. So right now, cap space-wise, we're not looking too hot. I'm hoping Westbrook accepts that player option. Carmelo Anthony will probably decline the player option. I know for a fact Paul George will. So probably going to have to trade a few players this offseason right now. So I'm just going to skip the draft for now because we do not have any picks. Yeah, no picks at all. Team player options. So Westbrook accepts. George and Melo both decline. They both definitely, I would definitely want to get both of them back. Samaje Christian and Josh Huestes can both walk. I don't really mind either of them walking. So at least we have Westbrook back. So it only leaves 2 giant contracts to re-sign in the offseason right now. So Chris Paul wants a mid-level exception. And so does Melo. That's awesome. That is exactly what I was looking for. I'm actually very happy I did not re-sign him during the regular season. Now, this does leave me with hopefully way more than enough money to re-sign Paul George wherever he is. We do have bird rights on him, of course. That is beautiful. He has no offers right now, so I will give him a $28 million offer right now. Then more if he does get another offer. No. I have enough cap space to sign Paul George. Okay. First of all, Andre Roberson has to go anyways. That's got to happen. Can I just get, like, 2 future first-round picks? God damn it. I hate when this happens. This is so annoying. Patrick Patterson's got to go, too. It's just the new thing. It's like I'm stuck on trading a pick. I don't know what it is. But, like, can I trade Roberson now, please? I don't know what this glitch is where it doesn't let me trade anybody. It's so annoying. Like, I doubt this is going to work. Yeah, what is this? Like, why? Why does this happen? Like, totally clear out here. Go back here. Like, come on. Can we please work? Like, please? Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, this should work now because it is a new screen. Can I get... Okay, of course, now I can't get any future first-round picks. First-round pick from the Suns works for me. Do we now have enough money to offer Paul George a contract? 'Cause if we don't, I'm going to be very, very mad. Paul George. We definitely should have enough money to offer him a contract. He still has no offers. All right, I'll give him $28.5 million player option, no trade. I have enough money to sign Paul George. I'm going to go ahead and literally trade override and put him on this team if I can't, because I have enough money to sign him. Who is making so much money right now? Okay, I don't know how. Okay, let's do some math on my phone right here. Let's see. Cap is at $104 million, so 30 plus 24 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2 is $71 million. And there's somehow negative 30. This game is so stupid sometimes. I'm going to go ahead and assign Paul George to this team, or just trade override for him if this doesn't work and turn off all the financial shit. Because this is so annoying. I would 150% have enough money for Paul George. I'm at $71 million and the cap space is at $104. Tell me how I do not have enough money for him. Like, that just makes literally negative sense. Carmelo Anthony, welcome back to the team. Not going to release Paul George. I'm going to renounce the rights on Nick Collison, probably. Oh my god, this is so stupid. Like, I have enough money to re-sign him. I don't know why this game is so stupid. Like, this is just so stupid. Like, I 150% have enough money for him. Like, why? Wait, is it going to work now? Is it just the moratorium being stupid, which is the stupidest thing ever? Now we can re-sign Paul George. I just renounced his rights instead of... I'm putting him back on this team. I 150% am. We have enough money for Paul George. All right, we're at $24 million right now anyways. How much do we need? How big was the contract offered him? I think it was 28. So we need to clear up like $5 million. Patrick Patterson was going to go anyways. So let's just trade him right now so I don't have to cheat. And I'm going to have 8 people yelling me in the comment section that you cheated to get Paul George back on your team, which I most certainly did not. So let's go ahead and trade Kyle Singler, because for some reason somebody decided to pay Kyle Singler $5 million a year. So now we should have enough money for Paul George. Oh my god, this game is so annoying sometimes. We basically just kept the team the same way it is. I'm probably going to go ahead and trade Steven Adams at the start of season number 2. Yeah, excuse me, season number 2. Darren Collison we do not have enough money for. Dwayne Dedman I will definitely take as a backup center for 1 year. Can we accept our offer? Okay, 2K is broken. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so we are back, and I obviously have a lot to explain right now. If you are not paying attention, we are clearly here back at the start of Season number 1. Let me explain something to you. I turn off autosave in the rebuilds when I just do a normal rebuild. If I ever do a My League or My GM series, I will keep it on. Normally, I turn off autosave because it's not a big deal, because normally my game doesn't crash, because for some reason, Chuki 18 just crashes sometimes. You know what? It happens. Obviously, it didn't save when it crashes because there's nothing to automatically save it. I'm just going to go ahead and redo all this stuff off camera. I'm going to bring back everybody I brought back in the offseason, and I'll see you guys at the start of Season number 2. I do apologize about this. It's a huge inconvenience, but if the roster's any different, I didn't cheat. I'm basically have to restart this whole thing. Autosave is now on in case it crashes again, but I'm sorry about this. I'll see you guys at the start of Season number 2 with the new look rotation. Alright, so I did just go ahead and simulate Season number 1. We did not win the championship. Surprisingly enough, the Raptors ended up winning it again, I believe. They did beat us in the championship in the first year, if I remember correctly. But basically, all the moves I kept relatively similar. I didn't have to go through that whole annoying thing this year. Paul George actually just accepted the contract in the moratorium, and for some reason it worked. I'm still not sure why, but you know what? It worked. I also made a trade for John Collins, so I put up, like, who even was it? I think I traded... Can I check trades from last year? Yeah, Patrick Patterson for John Collins, Roberson and Singler for 2 first-round picks. 2 seconds, because they were by 2 seconds in last year's draft, for 2 seconds in the future. So that was it. Relatively similar moves. John Collins hopefully can be better than whatever I traded for in the first time. But right now, going to go ahead, try to trade Steven Adams and a first-round pick, hopefully for an improved center, because obviously there's not much flexibility I can do with this team with Russell Westbrook. Who would you look for here? Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony, but I don't really want either or any of them going anywhere. Hassan Whiteside's here. I might just go ahead and take him because he's much better. Andre Drummond's here. He's much better than Steven Adams. So, yeah, welcome to the team, Whiteside. He's also only on a 1-year deal, so it's going to leave me cap space for next year's offseason if I really want it. So, this team's looking great. I would like to improve maybe the starting shooting guard position. Definitely not going to start John Collins over Carmelo Anthony. That's not happening. Maybe do I run like really? Actually, I'm gonna start John Collins. You're right. I'm gonna take away these minutes from Abrines. Gonna give them John Collins because Paul George used to be a shooting guard. I have no problem with playing Paul George at the 2. So team's looking pretty good. Off the bench we do have Abrines, Ferguson, Siakam, Kuzminskis, who we got from the. Did we sign? Oh, we must have just signed him. I didn't get him from the Knicks. I don't think. I think I just signed him on a mid-level contract because I did not have enough contracts going in to this season. So this team's looking very, very good. Relatively similar to last year. Of course, Melo's still on that mid-level exception for the rest of this video. 3 years, making $5 to $6.5 million. So totally works for me. No problem there. Right now, whoa, do I have any minutes? I still do have 1 more minute. I'll just give it to John Collins as well. Actually, I'll give it to Melo. So right now, what do I want to do? Does Russell Westbrook want to sign a contract extension? Works for me. Russell Westbrook, welcome back to the team. Whiteside, I'm probably going to let go just so we have that cap space in the offseason. So Russell Westbrook has re-signed with this team. Nothing annoying that's going to happen in the offseason with the moratorium and stuff. I will see you guys at the end of Season number 2. Hopefully we can finally win a championship with this Thunder team. For the 3rd year in a row, Russell Westbrook, once again your MVP. 24 points, pretty much 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, half a block. Michael Porter Jr. wins Rookie of the Year for the New York Knicks. I would be guessing Knicks fans, if this could ever happen in real life, they would be 100% thrilled. I'm sure it would be a great replacement for Melo. I'm sure Knicks fans all around would love Michael Porter Jr. on their team. Pretty much fans of every team would probably like Michael Porter Jr. Jeremy Lin, 6th Man of the Year. Draymond Green, Defensive Player of the Year. Dejounte Murray, Most Improved. And Billy Donovan, our coach of our 69 and 13 Oklahoma City Thunder, is your Coach of the Year. So we did get first in the Western Conference, winning 69 games. Not too bad. Definitely expected, though. We were 15 games up on the second-seeded Spurs, who really were just... Oh, they had Brook Lopez. It's actually not that bad, but we were just really better than them all around. Player stats in the year, Russell Westbrook led us in scoring, and then Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, Hassan Whiteside, John Collins, Alex Abrines. Rebounds was Westbrook, Whiteside, and then John Collins, and assists was Westbrook, George, and then Melo. All right. First round taking on the 8-seeded Lakers. They're probably still not competing at all, and we sweep them. Now taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. I believe we took them on in the Western Conference semis last year, if I'm not mistaken. And we win in 5. Cool. Taking on the 7-seeded Jazz, who somehow made it to the Western Conference Finals. Not sure how, but they did. So shout out to them. Literally nothing almost has changed, so we should be able to... Honestly, I'm going to send them around. And here come the 76ers. They are going to be... Oh my fucking god. It's just like why? Like, why do things like this have to happen to me? What was their record on the year? 60-22. So we still had a better record than them. I don't know why you would not just... I would definitely go ahead and start Simmons somewhere in this lineup. Whether it's at the 2... You got to incorporate him in there somewhere. Dude's a stud. Okay, we're probably going to lose. As I say that, we are up 2-1, but 2-2. Let's simulate this with Simcast, see how it goes. Can we win, please? Thank you. Going to Game 6 here in Philadelphia makes me nervous. Makes me really nervous, especially when we're losing a lot. I will hop in if I have to. I'm not making the same mistake I made in the season number 1. I want to wait a little bit longer. If we score 2 points here, I'll hop in. Nah, this game's out of reach. Going to game number 7 right now. Please be close so I can hop in. Or just blow them out. Just blow them out. Oh, shit. It's actually kind of close now. And, yeah, now it's over. We win a championship in year number 2. Melo finally gets a ring. Russell Westbrook, finals MVP. 28 points and 11 rebounds, 12 assists, 1.5 steals, half a block. Dude is absolutely insane. But we are going to be going on to 1 more year of this rebuild. Right now, I'm going to go ahead up to staff signings. Make sure I can re-sign Billy Donovan. Actually, not even need to because he's still on this team. All right. Up to the NBA draft right now. Let's see. Do we have any picks? We have the 30th pick in the second round, which is our pick. No, I do not. I don't even have Steven Adams on this team. How am I possibly trading Steven Adams? Like, what kind of glitch is this? Like, what? What? I don't know what's going on right now. Like, how? It just makes literally negative sense. Like, why is this happening? I mean, I would be appreciative if 2K could maybe kind of give a shit about my league. Just so, because, I mean, people do play. I mean, it's not a non-usable thing. I mean, people play it. How do we have Demetrius Jackson on this team? I do not know. I'll give Chase Randall the qualifying. I'll also give Alex... Actually, never mind. It's $7 million. Okay, you know what? Whatever. I really should, shouldn't I? You know, I could just do it. I literally just did it in my Timberwolves video, though, so I think I'm actually going to go ahead and give the mid-level exception to Marc Gasol. Just because I literally just gave it to LeBron in my last video. So, of course, I would love to get LeBron in this team. Who wouldn't like to get LeBron in their team? Can I offer this to Hassan Whiteside? Who wouldn't like to get LeBron in their team? But, you know, I'm not going to get him every video. I'm not going to wear it out. It's like literally just going to be so excessive if I get him on this team over and over. So, this team is looking very, very good. Obviously, now LeBron's going to want max money, which is definitely expected. TJ McConnell would have been nice. But, you know, it's fine. I chose between LeBron and Marc Gasol. At the end of the day, Marc Gasol works for me. It's not like I'm getting a bad player at all. So, really no bird rights. I'm probably just going to sign a bunch of veteran players, and I'll see you guys at the start of season number 3. So since we did go ahead and sign Marc Gasol to a very small contract in the offseason, and we do need a relatively better starting shooting guard, Hassan Whiteside and 4 first-round picks for Devin Booker. Come on. Please just let this go through. How about a second, too? God, this is so annoying. Any player I could give you that's... Ooh, we have a lot of small contracts. Who's young on this team? I'd give you Terrence Ferguson. Yeah, it's a lot to pay, I know, but Devin Booker is just absolutely amazing. And this team is just so good at this point. So, honestly, not going to be changing anything in this rotation. Russell Westbrook, Devin Booker, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, and Marc Gasol. Off the bench, John Collins, Chason Randall, Demetrius Jackson, Troy Daniels, and David Bertans isn't getting minutes. So, I'll see you guys at the end of season number 3. Hopefully, we can win Carmelo Anthony a second ring at the end of season number 3. So Stephen Curry is your MVP here at the end of season number 3, averaging 34 points, 5.5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2.5 steals. Absolute monster. Zion Williamson wins Rookie of the Year for the Atlanta Hawks. Greg Monroe, 6th Man of the Year. Is he still on the Bucks? Nope, he's on the Suns. Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year. Joel Okafor, Most Improved for the Kings. Okay, and Billy Donovan, once again, Coach of the Year. We go 65-17 on the year, first in the Western Conference. We're just too good at this point. Standings-wise, 14 games up on the second-seeded Rockets. Rockets. Wow, it appears that I'm looking at the Warriors, but you know what? It could just be me. Very well could be me. The Rockets are the 3 seed. I'm stupid. Just ignore what I said. Player stats from the year: Paul George led us in scoring, then Russell Westbrook, then Carmelo Anthony, Devin Booker, Marc Gasol, John Collins. Rebounds per game was Westbrook, Collins, and then Gasol, and assists was Westbrook, Gasol, and then Booker. All right. First round, taking on the 8-seeded San Antonio Spurs. I'm guessing they're just aging a lot, and that's why they're not doing so hot. Taking on the 4-seeded Jazz in the next round. We're way better than them. Way better. Here come the Warriors. Just showed you their team, even though I said they were the Rockets. We're down 2-1, 2-2. We're up 3-2. Okay, so the Warriors win the first 2. We win 4 straight. Let's go ahead and look. I believe Kevin Durant is on the 76ers. Yeah, how do they have Hamidou Diallo? Oh boy, this is gonna suck. This is probably a loss, and I'm fine with it because, you know, it sucks when 2K simulation builds a better team than you. All right, well, here we go. All right, taking on. Okay, we just absolutely destroyed them for Carmelo Anthony to get his 2nd ever ring. So I didn't even know why I'm just saying Melo. So did Paul George and so did Russell Westbrook. That they all have 2 rings now. I don't know why I just said that. Devin Booker has his first. Marc Gasol has his first. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this Carmelo Anthony Thunder rebuild. Of course, I am sorry about season number 1 when it stopped the simulation, or when 2K kind of crashed. I mean, not much I can do about that. So overall, very good team. Just want to give you one final look at Carmelo Anthony in a Oklahoma City Thunder jersey, even though it is on the thumbnail. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know about what you thought about this rebuild down below in the comment section. Of course, let me know any other thoughts, any other general rebuild ideas. Of course, for the rest of the videos, I probably will still be doing from order, from worst to best record. I'm sure the Knicks are coming up soon, but just had to take a quick break because, of course, Carmelo was traded. Breaking news. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.